Hey everyone, it's Jake here. This is today's daily devotion for Unity. The reading today is from Matthew 28, verses 11 through 18. While the women were on their way, some of the guards went into the city and reported to the chief priests everything that had happened. When the chief priests had met with the elders and devised a plan, they gave the soldiers a large sum of money, telling them, "You are to say, 'His disciples came during the night and stole him away while we were asleep.' If this report gets to the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." So the soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And this story has been widely circulated among the Jews to this very day. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." My first observation about this reading is that it's the one we hear all the time. We hear it every year after Easter. And at first I was kind of like, well, it's sort of, that same story that I'm used to. But then I noticed how in the story there's a lot of misinformation that is being spread on purpose, that the people in power don't want the right information to get out, and so they're going to intentionally spread lies and things that aren't true. And I thought that was really applicable to what's going on today, in that, there's a lot of misinformation out there in the world, whether that's regarding coronavirus or just, anything that you hear about. Sometimes it's being put out there intentionally, sometimes it's just accidental. But oftentimes there's misinformation that can be hard to sort of sift through and know what's actually the truth and what isn't. So I think the application that we all need to remember is that, the true information comes from God, and that the ultimate truth is that God loves us, and that we need to sort of use our framework of being a Christian to sort of filter the information that we get, and just know that Jesus is really the bringer of true information. And I hope that makes sense. Just that worldly information, while it might be inaccurate, might not always be the most important information. The most important information comes from a higher power. So if you would please pray with me. Dear God, help us to trust you and to know that the information that you provide us is the one and only truth, and that we can always count on you to know that you love us and that you will care for us, be that in this world or the next. Amen. If you have other observations or thoughts about today's devotion, feel free to share those in the comments. People can share what they think. So there you go. Have a great Monday. Take care.